Hey y'all, so I wanted to take a little more time to talk about Airtooth, the Satanic leaf-tailed gecko's care, and a little more context into that. So I am located in Southern California, very much like a Mediterranean climate. You know, in the summer times we can hit, up there into the 90s, mostly the 80s, but we can get down into the 40s here at night. So the room that we're set up in, our ambient temps pretty much stay between 70 and 82, which is pretty much exactly where we want them. But let's say if you were in Canada or Alaska or Montana and you're in the middle of winter, I'd said yesterday that we wouldn't, we don't use a hotspot, but in those instances you would. If your house temperature is getting down to, 65 or below, in the 50s and all that, you're definitely going to have to add a hotspot for this guy. And I would recommend a deep heat projector set on a dimming thermostat, and I would set that to about 84. But it's also going to depend on the ambient temps in your house. In the room here, we're dealing with a 75. The enclosure itself is 79.2 in the back there where the thermostat is. So there's a lot that goes into trying to figure out temps. And then lighting wise, we've got the UVB form, we've got the LED lights, say we're not running heat, we've got the reticooler, which during the summertime, let's say when the room can get up to 85, 86, we're using that a bit, trying keeping it below 82. It seems the sweet spot he seems to hang out the most in is around 75, 76. The other big thing is the fogger. Fogger's huge, so we run that at night multiple times throughout the night, and we're running that in the early morning as well. And it helps to mist beforehand, because that way it will actually stick. It'll help the fog stick. Yeah, I'm trying to get him out here so we can do a better shot. He's just not working with me. There we go. Back in there, buddy. But yeah, so misting before you run the fogger helps the fog stick to the leaves better. And that further helps with humidity. And these guys coming from where they do in Madagascar, I'd say that the fogger and the reticooler, necessities, absolutely. But again, it all depends on what state you live in, what your ambient temps are like, what your ambient humidity. That affects everything that we do.